Hello again, YouTube. This is the truth, man, giving you the truth. I know I said I was going to wait um, 3 days before I made another video. Um, I have my reasons, like I have stuff I got to take care of, but I can't help it. I got to talk about this. In Milwaukee, we're having this problem with stolen kids. And those of you that know, I have two of them. One of them was sold for 18. Well, we ain't gonna get into that. I still have another Kia. And here's the problem here in Milwaukee. So the teenagers in Milwaukee, if you listen to them talk, you broke, you ain't got no money, I got this, I got that, right? But then they steal cars. How are you doing good and you steal cars? Why ain't you at school? And it's like I dealt with a lot of these juveniles. Most of them are likable guys, but they wreaking havoc on the city of Milwaukee. And one of the main reasons why I'm making this video is because, man, I get dust on my face from this work. So I'm on YouTube Studio, right? And I'm looking at the search engine, the percentages and what people search. And it was quite disturbing, like how to steal kids and stole this, stole right or that. And it's almost like they're glorifying stealing these cars. But if you tell them that they should throw them under the jail, ring, 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 call a little worker. The worker call down there advocating for them. I heard somebody say that these kids now here in Milwaukee got more disciples than Jesus. Like they got all these people advocating, oh, we're going to get you home. We're going to get you home. What you getting them home for? To steal more cars? Are you sure he's going to stop stealing cars? And then the commissioner down there in detention is just, he tried to talk tough with the staff when like our computers don't be working, because I worked there. The first time I worked there 7 years, almost 7 years. The second time I worked there, 3.5. So the pandemic kind of slowed things down. We had to do Zoom court, this, that, and the other. This guy, I'm sitting there listening to him, just thinking of excuses and reasons to let these guys go home. And some of them will be back the next day or the next night driving without owner's consent. We're going to give you sanction days. So basically, the people have to pay $500 deductible or more. And like I told you, stop putting guns in these cars. If you have other cars, block your Kias in by those other cars. If you got a garage, like I said, I knew somebody that he would literally take his Kia Soul, and there was a newer one like mine, and he would put it in front of his garage, and then he'll put his other car in front of the Kia Soul, and then get you one of these. Get you one of these. See, these women walking around trying to be glamour girls, but then their kids out here stealing everybody's cars. They're stealing everybody's cars. Like I said, get one of these, put it on your car. If you can, go to the shop, get an alarm, get starter kill, take your garbage cans or anything, whatever you could do to block those back windows. Even if you have to just go get something custom built and just put it over the top of your car and cover up your back windows. Whatever you got to do, let's shut these guys down. Shut them down. Like, you don't need to drive. You don't even know how to drive. You killing people. You can't drive. This ain't NASCAR out here. This is for sane people. People in their right mind, mature. This ain't for people who run red lights, run stop signs. You shouldn't even be driving. And I told a lot of these guys these same things face to face. man to man. I mean, you shouldn't, if you can't drive like a normal person in the car that you bought, then you shouldn't be driving. I mean, it's crazy, man. It's just crazy. And by the way, in case, regardless of what your drunk uncles and anybody in your family say, or them soft preachers who don't talk about this, you die unrepentant. Remember, he said, you shall not steal. The Bible says you shall not steal, you shall not kill. What's killing? If you try to rob somebody, they don't give it to you, you shoot them, they die, you killed them. Now you got that on your record with God. You didn't create yourself. You were created by somebody. Look at all this. Look, you see this? You were created by somebody. You didn't create yourself. So if you mess around and die out here, you already know what time it is. There's two homes for those who cease to exist in their body. And they're called heaven and hell. You think it's sweet. It's not. It's not. And the way y'all drive, flipping these cars over and stuff, messing with people, you rob this dude, they see you. Oh, there you go right there. Bang. Hell. Hell it is. Your name ain't in the book of life because you showing off. You think you this, you think you that, you think you're a NASCAR driver, you think this, you think that, and then you die. And stop lying. These preachers, y'all stupid. Don't you know you don't give account to God? You lying. These dudes died stealing. And you telling them that they in a better place. I done turned down a couple funerals because I refused to be at a funeral preaching and lying, saying this person is with God, and they never thought about God. Everything they did was devilish, was for the devil, for the flesh. So all y'all kids trying to fit in with each other, let me ask you, how many of your friends done died? And some of y'all I done already talked to, like you Milwaukee kid, I done already had extensive conversations with you. Y'all thought I was against you. I was never against y'all. I was always for y'all, but because you couldn't control me like the other staff, I was a problem. You want to go to the supervisor. You want to go to these workers, that workers, when the whole time I was looking out for your best interests. That's why when I move out of state, I already got a job. I already been hired. It's just about the job. I'm not even trying to reach nobody no more. Because I reached a lot of kids through my career. But something is going on in the world where these people look at you as an enemy. Like you be trying to teach them to be accountable, to follow rules, and they'll take it personal and want to physically harm you. Like, I don't get that. Like, who raised you? Where you think that a person is teaching you to be accountable, which will get you far in life, has a problem with you and you need to hurt them. That's just foolishness, man. And anybody who think like that either been poorly raised, has mental issues, maybe possibly both. And these guys, like, so I had so some years back, I was on a pod at work with a particular staff, and he was new. So he really didn't know how to conduct, how to do things, this and that. So the kids were playing on that. And they were like, we kind of had words. But I didn't make no big deal out of it. We at work, man. We both got kids. What I look like fighting. They, this, that. Made a big deal out of it. And I'm just looking at them like, man, I can't believe that. Now one of them is dead. He's the type, he was a spoiled little brat. No matter what he did, it seemed like people was always giving him stuff, always advocating for him. He got out here, did the same thing, and now he's gone. And it's unfortunate. And I can think of at least 5 to 7 kids if this is the case. They looked at me as the enemy. Was never their enemy. But you a kid. You not any adult that's letting you manipulate them. They need to figure out what's going on in their diet or their body. Maybe they need to get on some steroids or anything. But a kid should not be able to manipulate an adult. But I saw it all the time. I've been seeing it the last 13 plus years. If I'm counting family even further. So make sure again you get one of these. It basically hooks around. It hooks on the brake pedal. And every time you put it on, put a flashlight down there, go down there, make sure it's all the way hooked before you put on the second part, which is this part right here. If you got it on right, they're not going to be able to get it off right away. You're not, and even if they try the wrong way, they're going to just break the brake pedal and they ain't going to be able to drive the car anyway. But stealing cars is for people that's on their way to hell. Real men work and buy cars. People think when they wing dings start growing, when they start getting a little bigger, you ain't a man yet. You ain't no man until you learn how to solve your problems without violence and you hold yourself accountable and give yourself the most peaceable options. Until then, you ain't no man. You still a boy. You still a little boy. I remember when I was a little boy, no matter what I did in school, and I was bad in elementary school, no matter what I did in school, I always thought that I was in the right. And I always thought, okay, I did that, but I need to get out of that. That's how boys think. Men will watch what they do. Like me, I literally avoid trouble. I try to stay away from even the possibility of trouble. Like, it's hard to do sometimes, especially living in a city like Milwaukee. But even the possibility of trouble, fake wannabe rich thugs, you not rich. If you pocket watching, you watching people while they're looking at who you want to rob, you poor. Even if you selling drugs, you poor because, like I say all the time, wealth is a state of mind. It's a state of living. So if you are relying on illegal activities, such as selling illegal substances, then you're still poor, no matter how much money you make from it. You know, and matter of fact, let's go here. Let's say you a guy, you've been thinking, I've been doing this, I don't want to do this no more. You got 100,000, 200,000, 300,000. Okay. Take half of that, put that in the index fund. You finna go to jail. Put that money in the index fund. Take the other half and create things, businesses, learn how to do things where you can rely on an honest living. And perhaps you act like, well, I don't want to be around the white people. I don't know. I got to be around my own. Okay. Then get yourself to a positive level where you can help these kids and you can help the poor or whatever in your communities. But let's shut them down on the stealing cars so they can do something else, so they can go to school and get off them lunch table. Why you dancing? You ain't at school to dance. You ain't at school to drive on the grass. Get off them tables, man. You ain't at school to fight. Matter of fact, if you trying to fight because you got all your boys around, if you really want to fight or you really feel like you have to fight a guy, then why don't you do this? Why don't you, if you can't talk it out and squash the beef, why don't you meet him somewhere where it's just y'all, no audience, no nothing, and handle your business then? And get up, shake each other's hand, and move on. Oh, I got it, my boys. Me and my boys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm all around all these guys. We gonna jump this guy. That's weak. That's weak. That's weak. And don't let your guys, some of you guys, I know a couple guys, they'll shoot you in a heartbeat, but I'm telling you, if you get them away from thinking like that, man, I ain't gonna name no names, but I know at least 15 guys like this. They actually could be good guys, man. Like one in particular, One in particular that I know, they always come to him trying to get him to do their dirty work. I told him, I said, man, don't let them dudes use you like that, man. It's time to grow up. It's time to take care of your kids. It's time to buy cars, or if you can't buy a car, get in a Lyft, and don't you rob that driver, man. Get off this little hood crime stuff, man. Get up. You don't need to do that, man. These jobs is paying, okay, 13, 15, they paying more now because people don't want to work. You go in there and you present yourself. You use your charm and you get these jobs. And if they try to hold your record against you, stop putting it on there. Because which one would you rather have? Would you rather go to jail, or would you rather not give somebody ammunition to use against you and you trying to do right in your life? And buy these cars, man. But don't buy no Kias unless you got this right here. So you making $13 an hour, and I'm finna close. If you making $13 an hour and you getting paid every week, you grossing $520, which means you're gonna get at least $400. 400 times 4 is $1,600. Now for a 16-year-old, 17-year-old, that's a lot of money. You go in there, you be on time, you learn the job, you do the job. 1,600 times 10 is 16,000. 1,600 times 2 is another 3,200. You almost at 20,000. Now, if you 16 and you live at home, you be like, okay, I'm finna chill out. I'm gonna live with moms like 5 years or something. I'm trying to save my money up. And I'm gonna get my own little place and start my own business. That's a lot of money. In 5 years, making $13 an hour, even if you save half of it, now you got enough to buy you a car and put you a down payment on a house. 1 bedroom, 2 bedroom, you can get you a house in a decent area in this area. So why are you doing this? In fact, if I was y'all teenagers in Milwaukee or anywhere, I would not be listening to no rapper this enticing me to do things where I'm gonna be in prison or dead. See, it's different. Like, y'all minds are more impressive. We used to hear the same little gangster music. We had Sebo, Spice One, Sally Cell, gangster music, and people was doing stuff, but it never overtook us. Well, most of us, to the point of now we don't have no freedom no more. Or now we in the grave. It probably overtook some people. But I don't know about other people, but I always like that. And even a little bit of it, I still listen to. But this stealing cars, man, I'm looking at the search engine and y'all, how to steal a Kia, how to steal this, how to use USB that, blah, 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 blah. Man, why? Why, man? Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. You can get you a car for not that much money nowadays. A nice car that's going to get you everywhere. Get your license first so you can see how bad you've been driving some of these other people. But I'm going to close this video. I got to get to work. Grown man. I ain't, well, let me get that. Nah, man, no, I don't have to do that. But thanks for watching.